This tale of the tape is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Latifi got somewhat of a late start in MMA. He is 35 years old. Corey Anderson, 29. Corey Anderson, the taller man by 5 inches. He will have a 5.5-inch reach advantage when they close the octagon door. Now for the introductions, we send it back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 12 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Fighting out of Robbinsville, New Jersey, by way of Rockton, Illinois, presenting the Ultimate Fighter Season 19 light heavyweight winner and the number 10 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Corey Overtime Anderson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 15 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 205.5 pounds. Fighting out of Malmo, Sweden, presenting the number 5 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Ilir, the Sledgehammer, Latifi. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Here we go.
Mark Goddard, our referee. The beautiful Vanessa Hansen getting us started for round 1. Thank you, V. Ariane Celeste, Brittany Palmer on hand. Must be a pay-per-view night. Ilir Latifi's here. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Latifi is in red, Corey Anderson is in the white.
Fade to Corey Anderson right off the bat, but you got to keep that going if you're going to offset Latifi.
Latifi trains at the All-Stars Training Center alongside Alexander Gustafsson, Gokhan Saki, Jimmy Manawa. A lot of elite-level talent in that camp.
I see a lot of similarities in Latifi's build, in the way he moves, the way he holds his hands, the way he wrestles in Daniel Cormier. I mean, there's similarities. Daniel Cormier is much more aggressive with the clinch, but the way that he moves, the way he defends, the way he picks his punches, very interesting. He's extremely powerful. Regardless of how short he is and from the outside, he figures out a way in the pocket.
And he has trained with DC in the past. Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
I believe they trained together at the Olympic Training Center. Ooh, big calf kick. Those add up. Can't eat a lot of those. You literally can eat maybe 3 of those before your calf just shuts down and your foot starts flopping.
Latifi having a little bit of an issue trying to close the gap. But look at that.
There's
again.
2. See how many more of those you can see. You see his foot start to shut down already. It only takes about 3 if you eat them heavy.
Takedown attempt by Latifi.
That high crotch on the outside is what Daniel Cormier has made very effective. Latifi couldn't finish it, but that's his takedown attempt. Now watch that calf kick. He's going to keep using it.
Big uppercut, man. Stunned him.
Anderson fighting without a mouthpiece here. Action resumes now, less than 3 minutes to go in round 1 of a possible 3. Corey Anderson came in tonight with more takedowns landed than any light heavyweight in UFC history. Only took him 12 fights to accomplish that feat. Had a UFC record 12 takedowns against Pat Cummins 2 fights ago.
Latifi was looking for that kick again. Corey seems to have regained the use of that leg.
Well, it takes a minute. It only shuts down for about 30 seconds, and then hopefully it comes back alive. But if you eat too many of those, your foot just goes limp. It's like a nerve thing. It's crazy. Regardless of how bad it hurts.
Oh, he stung him with that left hand.
Yep, left hand hurt him. calf kick's going to come soon. Now he's got him thinking about the hands. I won't be surprised to see that calf kick come again from Latifi.
The ground shakes when Latifi just advances. Under 2 minutes here, round one.
I think that was you shaking, Joe.
Hey, I got my fat suit on tonight, though. Corey Anderson has talked so much about the mental game and maintaining a positive mindset during fight week when maybe you're cutting weight and training isn't going as well as it had gone the previous 8 weeks.
Ooh, big left hook lands for Latifi.
And Corey Anderson is staying right in front of him during these exchanges. Very dangerous spot to be in.
He's heavy on that lead leg, and that's why that calf kick is working so well. You see how heavy he is leaning forward on that lead leg. That's what Latifi's reading. Ooh, big left hand lands. I'd like to see Corey Anderson keep throwing those kicks up there. Those are being effective. They're keeping Latifi on the outside. Those high kicks are working.
Yeah, he's got a very good jab, too. I'd like to see him use a little bit more of that.
Jabs and high kicks. The jab can hide the high kicks as well, so he needs to be using both. You're right. Ouch. Another calf kick.
You hear the Anderson corner maybe calling for quicker feet out of Corey. Landed a right hand there.
Yeah, good job by Corey ducking under that right hand.
Well, you know Anderson can fight at this pace for 15 minutes.
Good.
All right, 5 minutes down. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC.
Listen to me. You're throwing, he's blocking, and he's countering. He's going with like a low 4 right here. You follow what I'm saying? He's only getting you on the 4s and off the counters. You understand what I'm saying?
Because you're shooting off your right hand.
Off the clinch, you're putting your head back and not looking. You follow what I'm saying?
You
the uppercut at 5, that left uppercut's wide open, bro. Wide open. You hit him with it before. Keep your pop. Keep hitting with that jab and pop out.
And as we see here, calf kick to Latifi, from Latifi to Anderson. Another kick, and it's because he's very heavy on that lead leg. And a big left, boom, lands on the chin. Hurts Anderson, he keeps it together. So far, Latifi's landed the bigger shots, but it's a very competitive fight still.
UFC 232, Jones versus Gustafsson 2 is presented to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Live at the Forum in Inglewood, California here tonight. Round 2 now, Ilir Latifi and Corey Overtime Anderson. Mark Henry, Ricardo Almeida in the corner of Corey Anderson. Always a pleasure to watch those men alongside Nick Catone go to work. I feel like that left uppercut could be there. We'll see if Anderson can find an opening.
Good kick to the body by Corey.
He needs to keep that jab out and keep those kicks going and have a lot more success. Those are rangy weapons, and he needs to use more of them.
And Corey's really known for his endurance. He can keep up this pace easily. And Ilir Latifi, because of that style, he's had some endurance issues in the past because he's so explosive. He's basically sprinting several times around.
It's very similar to what we saw in Mendez, Rogan, where he explodes into cover distance instead of really double jabbing in, kicking, and then punching in. He explodes, and it is taxing, but he's so powerful and so quick, he can do it. Ooh, huge right hand. Gosh, those are heavy punches by Latifi.
Anderson just ate it, though.
Yeah, chin seems to be holding up pretty well.
Got that beard going.
Stuffed that takedown.
Great wrestling by Anderson. I mean, he's making good decisions on when he chooses to shoot. Good defense here so far. See if he can stop this attempt by Latifi. If he gets his hands locked, it's a problem, but he doesn't. There we go, we're good. If you're Anderson, you just got to stay on that wizard here, push the head down of Latifi. If you stay on this arm, he can switch to a single leg and dump you on your butt. Good transition.
Excellent defense by Corey Anderson, and a nice knee to the body.
Yep. And that's what you got to do to Latifi. Stop his takedowns and then put the pressure on. And now he's a little bit tired from the wrestling attempts, like you said, Joe.
It's interesting that that power is such an advantage, but the problem is if you have it, you use it.
Yeah.
And if you use it, you run out of juice if it doesn't work.
It's called live by the sword, die by the sword. I mean, that's what it is with these power fighters.
Good sign for Corey Anderson. He has stuffed all 7 takedown attempts of Ilir Latifi thus far. As he rips the body there.
Good right hand to the body by Corey.
If I'm Anderson, I'm going to keep teeping the gut. I'm going to keep kicking the gut, and I'm going to keep punching to the gut.
Latifi clearly slowing down now. And Corey Anderson sensing it, and he's starting to put together some nice combinations here.
I don't like how Corey Anderson is leaving the break when they get close, though. I mean, that right hand and the left hook of Latifi is getting closer and closer on these breaks here every time.
Yeah, Mark Henry was just screaming at him to keep that right guard up.
Ooh, nice knee. Knees would be a great use for Anderson as well because Latifi leans over his lead leg so heavy. See how hard he leans over his lead leg? That makes knees very effective if Anderson starts to read it.
Latifi's mouth is wide open here. He's very tired. And Corey senses it, and here he comes.
There's his condition as any light heavyweight.
Yeah, tremendous conditioning by Corey Anderson, always. Oh, good right hand by Latifi. Man, but Anderson avoiding these shots.
Yeah, man.
Avoiding these shots, and he knew Latifi was tired before. Look at him, hands on his hips.
Yeah, not good body language out of Latifi.
Now's when you go to the body. Go to the body of Latifi here when he's already tired. His hands are down. There it is, and he went for it. You headhunt, you give Latifi a shot to counter you, but if you go to the body, you keep taking his air out. There's a leg kick. Cheap kicks to the gut would be nice from Anderson here. Jabs to the body.
Latifi trying to get these breaths in whenever possible. Just over a minute to go here, round 2. It's been a big second round for Corey Anderson, as evidenced by the significant strike numbers there.
Huge second round because the tide is clearly turned. He's saying he's grabbing his shorts. Oh, he clipped him with that left hand on the break, Tom, as you were talking about. Right hand by Corey, though. Beautiful jab. Look at the endurance of Corey Anderson.
Well, it's what you said. He doesn't explode like Latifi does, Joe. I mean, he's picking his shots right. He's using distance shots to close. He's using jabs and kicks to close the distance instead of hopping in with power.
Yeah, he's fighting technically and efficiently.
Great big second round for Corey Anderson. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC.
All I want you to think about is Jim and CJ. You need one. It's his hump day. You never go over the hump today, you're going over the damn hump. Listen to me. Keep your hands up after you throw. He's hitting you out of the clinch because you're looking out of the clinch. Every time you clinch, you're pausing and looking, and that's what he's hitting. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only time he's getting you when you're waiting in front. Keep your face there. Look at me. 5 minutes, that's nothing for you. He's gassing. Every minute that goes by, he's gassing. Don't wait in front. The jabs are killing us all day.
Mark Henry fired up. And here you see why. Corey Anderson with a nice kick to the body. Just tremendous output by Corey Anderson this round. Really sensed Latifi was tiring and really poured it on. It was an excellent round for Corey Anderson. It really showcased his endurance and his technique.
And Mark Henry looking for a source of motivation for Corey Anderson. You might have heard him say, think about CJ. That is Corey's son, who is almost 3 years old. His wife, Jenny, 7 months pregnant as well. There may be more skilled heavyweights in this light heavyweight division, but few work as hard as Corey Anderson, and we'll see if he can lean on that conditioning here over the final 5 minutes.
Keep on your rise. Don't punch your head off his floor. Keep your head off his floor. That's it. He just wants the floor. That's your 3 blue. Keep that act for me. What are you waiting for?
Both of these fighters, lifelong wrestlers. Latifi, former Swedish national team member. Anderson unofficially is yet to attempt a takedown in the fight, somewhat surprisingly. But I guess given the matchup, maybe not.
I think there was one in the last round that he
I thought so too.
He's smart about it, though. He picks it at the right time when it's open. He's not forcing shots, and that's why he's conserving energy well and able to use his feints and his jab and his kicks while he's in the stand-up realm, because he's not blowing his energy forcing shots.
Oh, there's that calf kick again.
Surprised he got away from that calf kick, to be honest.
He just wobbled a little bit there. It might have, that one that just landed might have been damaging.
What's weird about that kick is it turns your shin off when you don't know. It doesn't hurt as bad as it just shuts your foot off, and then you can't walk with it. So you never know what it's going to do when you get hit there.
And that shin eventually comes back, or not necessarily?
It takes a few seconds. Depends on how badly you get damaged there. I've seen fights where it comes back, and I've seen fights where they just lay on the floor and it doesn't come back.
Well, a good example of it was the Henry Cejudo Mighty Mouse fight. The second fight, Mighty Mouse connected with that calf kick very early on, and Cejudo's foot just went limp.
Yep.
He just stopped working. Oh, he stung him.
And that's the break. That's where he's had the openings,
Yes.
is on the breaks, because Corey Anderson comes out with his hands down and his chin up.
But meanwhile, Corey ate it, and he's still there pressing forward. And Latife's taking some big, deep breaths. But man, he just looks to explode.
But what he's doing right now is he's pulling Corey Anderson into his power by backing up and circling him the way he wants to land. However, Corey Anderson's doing the right thing by feinting and using long strikes.
Mark Henry freaking out every time Anderson lowers those hands. Such a huge 2.5 minutes here in terms of this light heavyweight division. Two top 10 contenders.
There's that jab again by Corey.
And see those high kicks that he's throwing, the left high kicks, they might not be landing, but it's shutting down the right hand of Latifi. He's got to put his hand up and block instead of fire it. So it's really helping that he's doing those high kicks the way he is.
All right, let's listen into that Corey Anderson corner one final time.
Keep your head off his forward. Keep your head off his forward. That's all. He's waiting. Where's that blue? Where's that blue?
The 9 is there all day. D9. Please, Corey.
There's a nice right hand.
Nice, Corey. Head position. Head position.
Rats. 120. He's just waiting for Corey. He's
Anderson resets just over a minute to go in this third and final round.
Being very patient.
That heel appeared to land right behind the ear. Anderson seemed to be okay.
He's trying to get it back.
Corey Anderson's chin is held up extremely well. He's eaten some huge shots in this fight that he's gone down for in the past, and he's not here. So whatever he's doing, maybe it was his cardio's better in this fight. He hasn't seemed to weather at all in this fight. His pace has stayed the same. So I think cardio has a huge contribution to a chin.
I think you're correct, and I also think he's dealing with the momentum of coming off that Glover Teixeira victory. He really feels like he's got a tremendous amount of improvement behind him now, and there's a nice right hand. He's just a better fighter all around.
Watch out, though, because this is when Latifi's dangerous. Right, last 30 seconds. You never know. This guy's got power in both hands at all times. Anderson using that jab, being very smart, staying rangy. Fought an extremely smart fight.
Oh,
Nice stick. So Corey Anderson and Ilir Latifi go the distance. This fight replay is brought to you by Nemiroff, a bold character since 1872.
And here's the first round, that calf kick over and over again. That was a successful weapon in that first round. There's a nice left hand from Latifi. And now second round, Anderson with a kick to the body. There's a nice left hook. Really started coming on strong in the second round. And there's a nasty left hand by Latifi. Beautiful right hand by Corey Anderson. Excellent fight.
Tonight's stats are brought to you by Poker Stars, the undisputed champion of online poker. Knock your opponents out to take home millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. You see the numbers in round one close. Obviously, the huge second round for Corey Anderson. And he also doubled up on Latifi in that third and final round. Dom, I know you're not a judge, but you think Corey Anderson did enough?
Corey Anderson outstruck Latifi 2-1 pretty much, and he did everything he needed to do to win. I think Latifi landed the bigger, more strong shots, but Corey Anderson outnumbered him by a strong amount.
It has been a huge 2018 for Corey Anderson. 2 wins over Pat Cummins and Glover Teixeira after the knockout losses in 2017. Tonight, he's trying to wrap up a perfect 2018 at 3-0 and potentially take Latifi's spot in the top 5. The official decision is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Get unlimited high-speed data all month long on the same network as T-Mobile. All right, with the scorecards now, we turn it over to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Corey Overtime Anderson.
8-1-5, motherfuckers! That's what I'm talking about! Hump day! Hump day! Yeah, baby.
Very excited, Corey Anderson. Congratulations, sir. This is a huge victory for you, Corey.
Yes, it was. It was a very huge victory, not just for me, for my team. We talked about it. We had a lot of big fights that we let slip out of our hands, and today we came prepared. Hats off to Ilir Latifi. Man's a fucking beast. I've been watching since I got in the UFC, and I have the honor to share the octagon with him. Thank you.
You fought an excellent fight because you weathered the storm in the early rounds. He's very dangerous, a powerful guy, but really in the second round, we started seeing you come on strong.
Yeah, you know, but first, I gotta give thanks to the Lord, Heavenly Father, and my family for coming out here. It means a lot. That was my motivation. My wife, 7 months pregnant. As you guys see, we had all the travel with John Jones going on, but she stuck with me strong throughout the whole thing. Baby, I love you. We're gonna go home and have a good time. But that's the second round, you know, everybody knows I can keep going. You know, it took me a second. I was feeling flat. Coaches yelled at me, said, we got to get this, Corey. Give me the Corey we know, and we got it done.
But this is really a showcase of your endurance, and particularly your footwork and your technique. It's one of the best performances to date. What would you, you're coming off of 2 outstanding victories in a row. What would you like to do next?
I want Anthony Smith. You know, I would like to say I want a title fight. I know they're not giving it to me. Anthony Smith came out of nowhere. He's ranked 3rd. I see you sitting behind the TV right now, and you see me looking, baby. Come get me. After my baby born, let's get this.
Congratulations, sir. Corey Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.